Good evening. It's Darth Ravage 07 coming at you today with a very unexpected find today. In my neck of the woods, I never do get this lucky, but today luck changed. It smiled, and I hope it does once again because I'm still currently looking for a blue streak at Walgreens. But in the meantime, we're going to use this time to present a full glorious 3D masterpiece MPM 6 Ironhide, found at none other than Ross for that. And I'm just shocked altogether that this beauty is in the house tonight. Here's the top of the box. Here's the side of the box. Really do love the top kick. I'd like to have had that truck, even though it's only 7 miles to the gallon. It's got a lot of attitude, just like he does. And on the back of the box, you got your posable neck pictures, you got your movable faceplate, articulated hands, die-cast parts, and all the ladder that goes on the back of these guys. So let me get this guy unboxed. Yeah, there's nothing down there. But I'm just really shocked that I got in there, showed a couple people the pictures of this whole box, asked if they seen it. No, I hadn't seen it. The lady from the front pointed to the ladies that were doing stock in the back, in the middle of the store. Not in the back of the store at all, but like it was toward the back, but it was definitely in the middle of the store. They had like several racks, and inside some brown boxes that said MPM Ironhide. Behind them, as I was asking them if they had saw this picture, they were like, no. And I was like, wait, and pointed to the box. They grabbed the box and they pulled it out with that showing. So the rest is history. And I can't believe I actually scored one of these for $25. Actually, it was $26.43 with tax. So if you can get out there to your Ross, get out there early, be polite, show them pictures, and maybe. Because I'm telling you, any Ross I've ever walked into, guys, the toy section is the biggest dumpster fire and headache. I about passed out when I went in there and looked at it. I think T-Man can, on his channel, he went on a hunt, and between the screaming kids and that, yeah, I think he's looking for this and didn't anticipate the kids and the messes. And I can tell you, I had no gall to go sort through the mess. So anyway, I went straight to the source, talked to people, showed them pictures, do that kind of thing, shorten your search, and good luck in getting you one of these guys. Okay, I'm going to pause this and get him out of his box. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so below, please click down there below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Comment and let me know what I can do better in these videos. Just want to keep getting better and better. And also hit my other links there. I'm going to try to hook you up with the I don't want to leave you empty-handed, but I'll leave you a link, hopefully. Well, just go find this guy in Ross. There we go. Alright. Thanks again for watching. One moment. Real quick here. Here's his instructions that come inside of the box. I'm going to put a link down in the description there below to Peolesdru over. He does some motion videos that makes it a little easier to see how to transform these. That's what I'm going to use tonight in between pauses. Hang on one moment. And here is movie Ironhide. Inside of his packaging is how they got him inside of the plastic prison there. So I'm going to free him and get him out here on the table, and we'll take a look at him real quick. And there he is out of packaging. And as you can take a quick look around the block, he is Bayham at its best. Parts and bits going every direction, and just a lot of intricate details. You can see the real pipes versus the faux ones there in the back, the real spinning wheels. This thing is, he's got some die cast heavy right there in the legs. Feels really good there. Looks really good. And I love that head. That head mold is just, it's top notch. So I can get it zoomed in on it. Let you see his head a little bit better. Anywho, Just love that. And so he comes with his cannons. There's one of them that goes on his left arm. Has a little spinny bit here, so he can do his little spin fiery thing. He's got his other bit for his right arm, and it spins. And give me a second more, get him jacked up here. And here he is, Ironhide, all jacked up on those weapons and what have you. And I'm still in a state of shock still. This is sitting here on my desk tonight for the nice low price of $26.43. And like I said, I'm going to watch a quick review, get him into his truck mode, and talk over. We already know he's got some features that needs help with the DK12 upgrade kit. I just got to figure out how to get a hold of that, if it's even possible. And options I see look very expensive. So hang on one moment, please. And I absolutely know why I don't want to do transformations on camera. Thanks to this guy, I got this guy transformed into his truck mode by watching the first little bit looped over and over again. Saw how it moved, looked at the pieces and the bits, and finally got him into his top kick mode. That is a lesson in torture, but sprinkled with some contortionist movements. And I got several hand cramps right here in my hand. My hand just kept on wanting to seize up. That's where I went outside and blew the leaves off today. But here's a look around. This is a little bent right here. And I want to say, you know, if you got to get this guy, you want to find him at Ross and pay $25 for him. And I love the back end of this. This is really cool. Boom. Auto symbol. Some robot junk hanging out from underneath. I love the MPMs, even though, like with Optimus, there was a lot of, you gotta hold your mouth just right while doing this. But then, like when I bought the third party, they actually put extra tabs in with Optimus that made it lock together, and it was not even as painful. This was even more painful than Optimus to me, because like everybody's saying, you got these floating kind of little tabs and have you. And I did get them to line up and do the things and the whatnots, and you have to be careful because you squeeze too much here, this will pop out there, that kind of thing. Anyway, I absolutely love the top kick. The top kick is by far, in a way, one of my more favorite truck modes ever, and I love that whole sequence in Transformers 2007. Whenever he comes rolling down the road in this little mode, the tires start to explode and the transformation sequence gets really, really crazy. It's a really, really cool, awesome sequence in effect. And you can store this stuff somewhere like that, but if I have these guys, it'll be like in truck mode, and without the weapons, it doesn't need all that. Other than that, let's see, transformation, let's see. It's kind of a mixed bag of feelings and stuff, because I like the robot mode, I like the truck mode. Definitely can't recommend the transformation on this at all. It's just really, really frustrating. But I mean, once you get there, then you have like a really cool looking, like I said, a top kick. And it's a GMC, or they called it Jimmy top kick. And you can actually see this front part, like in a lot of the flatbed haulers that are out there. They're in existence, but they are for wreckers and stuff solely. Let me try to point out a couple of things before we get going here with this video here. I was going to show you, and I see I squeezed it and it just pops all to pieces. Anyway, all right, so underneath here, I kept having an issue with this guy and this guy on this side. There's like some pegs that you got to get pegged in there. The other thing that you got to do is you got two tabs that connect to this piece and this piece right here. All that has to be squeezed together and flush, because as you go through there, as you see, the door just explodes as I'm trying to explain this. This whole piece is a separate piece that comes and ends up back here in the back after this splits apart in a transformation, and these bumper edges just fold up on itself. I'm really probably, because now my curiosity's piqued with the frustration I went through with this thing to get it into truck mode and what have you. But I want to see if the third party's actually cleaned it up and did it. I might watch a couple of Ben's KO's reviews. I swore he had like an oversized version of this to see if he has the trouble that I had getting this guy into this awesome truck mode. With all that said and done, happy hunting to those that are still wanting to complete their MPM shelf like I am. So I've got Bumblebee, I've got Optimus, I got Ironhide now. I'm hoping Jazz will join the ranks at Ross and show up. And Ratchet's just too new. He's 119 over at Target. So or get lucky and just on a whim get in there and get that 50% price discount that's coming, because at our store Ratchet's just sat there and they just, I don't know, they probably shot themselves in the foot dropping the price the way that they did, but at the same time I understand why they did it. All right, guys. Have an excellent night. It's still a fun thing to do, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend contortionist torture twisty bits. Jazz. Oh, I still love Ironhide. He's still a great figure. If you can get out there and get him at Ross, go get him. And happy hunting. And until all are one, have a good night.